A second chance at life. Should we give people second chances? If you don't believe it, Edward Martell's story may make you change your mind. Mr. Martell's life has really turned 180 degrees. Not that long ago, he was a drug dealer. Today, he is a lawyer. This surprising transition was possible thanks to Judge Bruce Morrow, who believed that Edward could change. Instead of sending the young dealer to prison, Judge Morrow motivated him to become a better person. Now, the two men are close friends and work together. Edward Martell is a Mexican-American. He was born in Michigan to a single mother and grew up in a poor neighborhood. It was very easy to get into trouble there because there were a lot of temptations for young people. The temptations were too strong, and Edward started committing small crimes as a teenager. He was sent to court for the first time when he was just 13 years old. Unfortunately, it was just the beginning of his criminal career. Soon after that, he left school and moved out of the house, and things only got worse. Edward continued breaking the law, and he was introduced to drugs. He not only used them, but also sold them. He quickly became known for his crimes and appeared in court at least 20 times. He knew that going to prison was his future, but he didn't care. He really didn't think it was possible to change his life. In 2005, at the age of 27, he finally met someone who showed him that he was wrong. That person was Judge Bruce Morrow. Mr. Martell was in court once again, and this time it was more serious than ever before. He could get up to 20 years in prison for selling cocaine. But he didn't. In fact, Judge Morrow didn't send him to prison at all. Instead, he gave Edward a second chance and some powerful words that changed his life forever. "I will never forget what the judge told me," Edward told journalists. He said, "Mr. Martell, you don't have to be out here selling drugs. You have greatness within you." Then he challenged Martell to become the main manager of a huge, successful company. As soon as Edward walked out of the court building, he was ready to change. For the first 3 years, he was under observation to make sure that he was doing well and not breaking the law anymore. Judge Morrow was also always there to help him whenever he needed it. Thanks to his support, Mr. Martell returned to school and focused on education. When he was 31, he got into college. "They asked what I wanted to study, and I said I want to be a lawyer," Martell remembered. "They laughed at me. It was tough, but Edward never gave up." 12 years later, at the age of 43, he proudly stood in the same courtroom as 16 years ago. Judge Bruce Morrow was there as well to officially make him a lawyer. It was surreal. "We were both so happy, so excited," Edward said when the ceremony ended. He hopes that his story will inspire others who are now in the same situation that he was in when he was younger. He is very grateful for the love and support that Judge Morrow has given him. Love changes people. That's the most important lesson we all should learn from this story, he says.